think you shouldn't trust my nose. I poured it into this measuring jug, but it was too small. I should have poured it directly into the bottle if I'd had a cone. Pouring and pouring. The bottle is not suited for food anymore. Please mark appropriately and store safely. Mount a spray head from the scent shop. And use good gloves. This really burns the skin. And now, screw tight. The vapors must stay inside. Our coating is ready for use. This is the chemical variant. Well, just holding the copper into the fire would have been much easier. But some of you perhaps like to do it this way. By the way, after a week, my coating storage bottle looked like this. The thread totally disintegrated, just like before when we mixed the solution. So don't store this in a Coca-Cola plastic bottle. We are still not done yet. Now comes the nano coating. The fire and water method would have been much easier. So again, dismantle an old cable and wrap the wires around a pencil to get a fine coil. An expensive wire also does it. Wrap around a marker in both rotations. Make sure that your coils will fit into the bottle in which the coating will take place. The copper coils go into a clean bottle. Taking the coils out again in the end was difficult, so please make sure you use a wide neck bottle. The narrow neck bottle I used here was no fun at all. Apply 1 or 2 sprays from the coating mixture. We don't need the solution here, but just the vapor. It's just a nano coating. Screw tight. Vapor now fills the inside, which will coat the copper coils within the next 24 hours. First, it looks like this. Put the bottle into the sunlight. After a few hours, it looks like this. Turn it around occasionally. And remember, use a wide neck bottle. Otherwise, you will have a hard time getting the coils out again. After a day, it looks like this. Everything is coated in black. But we are still not done. We now have to decrease the potential of the coils. The African fire and water method is definitely a bit quicker though. We need a galvanized fence. You get such a roll from the hardware store. Or you ask your neighbor for some pieces. It just needs to cover the bottom of a bowl. Okay, and you need a bowl. Apply some sprays of your coating. This will slow down the copper drying. And put the galvanized fence into the bowl. Use a pair of pliers to put the freshly coated coils on top. Don't touch them with your fingers. loosely close the lid. The coated coils will dry within the next 1 or 2 days. Now here this is a wider bowl so you can see more. And every few hours we decrease the potential in each coil. That means a current flows here, and while we measure it, it goes down to 0. Switch a multimeter to DC and a millivolts, hold the minus to zinc and the plus to copper. Repeat this every few hours with every coil. Then loosely close the lid again. And with every measure, millions of nanographene layers build up on the coils. At first, the scale will probably go down to 0. If not, it's okay too. The more often you measure, the more the scale will start to wobble. So, if the scale goes down to 0, hold on. It may go up again. It may go up or even go down to negative. The more often you measure, the stronger the wobble. Up, down, and don't stop measuring at 0. Negative values are okay too. All we want is the wobble. With every wobble, millions of nanographene layers build up on the coils, and that's what we want to achieve. As I said, even negative values are okay. And again, up, down, and so on. And then we measure the next coil, and so on. For the next 1 or 2 days, you repeat this with every coil every few hours. In total, that's about 10 to 12 measures for each coil. And always loosely close the lid after you measure. Repeat the measures until the current does not drop down to 0, but stays up, no matter which value it reads. Here, it's not about output, but pure information. And as we know, information does not have to be strong or loud. This is how the copper coils look like in the end. Don't touch them with bare hands. Always touch nanocoatings with gloves only. Yeah, that's it. That was a sophisticated way to nanocoat copper coils. In the next films we show you what to do with it. I am Andy. Thanks for your time, your patience and all the helpful hints. I wish you the best in life and happy crafting.